what I think a new episode of Friends would look like. Rachel, Phoebe, and Monica go to a paint and sip class, and when they get there, a handsome young instructor, played by guest star Connor Story, helps them get settled in and pours them some wine. As soon as he walks away, Monica says, "Oh my god, that instructor was totally flirting with me." Then Rachel says, "Mon, honey, I'm sorry to tell you this, but he was flirting with me." Then Phoebe says, "Oh my god, you two are so delusional. He couldn't take his eyes off me." But with a rack like this, who can blame him? As the class goes on, the three of them keep trying to get the instructor's attention. Monica drops her paintbrush, and when he bends over to pick it up, she sniffs him and says, "I love your cologne. Where did you get it?" And he says, "It's paint thinner. I think Home Depot." Then Rachel asks for more wine, and when he pours it, she says, "Normally I wouldn't have 2 glasses, but I'm feeling a little naughty." Then Phoebe interrupts and says, "Rach, should you be drinking on antibiotics? That rash is never gonna clear up." Then she looks at the instructor and points to her crotch. Finally, Monica calls the instructor over to look at her painting, and he compliments her, saying she's a natural. As soon as he walks away, Rachel accidentally spills her wine all over Monica's picture. Monica says she did it on purpose, so she throws paint on Rachel's picture and accidentally gets some on Phoebe. So Phoebe throws some at Monica, and when Rachel laughs at this, Monica throws paint at Rachel. Before you know it, all 3 of them are throwing paint on each other, and when the instructor comes over to break it up, they ask him who he was flirting with. He says, "What? None of you! My boyfriend is sitting right over there," and points to a guy in class who's also covered in paint thanks to them. After a moment of awkward silence, Phoebe looks at Rachel and Monica and says, "You two should be ashamed of yourselves." Meanwhile, Ross says he has no space in his apartment, so Joey and Chandler tell him to sell some stuff on Facebook Marketplace. Ross has no idea what that is, so Joey and Chandler show him, and he says, "I'm not gonna haggle with some pervert online to sell my coffee table." Then he sees someone selling a dinosaur sculpture and says, "Ooh, is that a T-Rex replica?" He spends the rest of the day lowballing people online, then makes Chandler and Joey go with him to pick up all of the stuff he bought. At the end of the day, they go to Brooklyn to pick up a rare lamp. Chandler says, "Brooklyn is like 45 minutes away. You know they have lamps in Manhattan, right?" And Joey says, "Yeah, dude, I canceled a date with a Knicks cheerleader once because she lived in Brooklyn. This lamp better also be a keg." When they get to the guy's house, he's creepy as hell and says he wants to show them his Victorian doll collection. None of them want to go in, so Joey just grabs the lamp and they all run. The episode ends when they get back to Ross's, and his place is filled with stuff he bought online. Chandler looks around and says, Ross, I think your apartment is shrinking. There's nowhere for you to even sleep." Ross says, "That's where you're wrong," then pulls an air mattress out into the hallway and says, "Can you believe this was only $5? And Joey touches it and says, "Why is it sticky?" And that's